saying I kind of know like how to work through this. You go to therapy, you take the meds if you need, blah blah blah. Like physical shit, like something wrong with my kidneys, like what am I supposed to do with that? Slash like they don't even know what's wrong with like me. So like I could have an infection that's like I guess resistant to antibiotics, or maybe they just haven't fully like kicked in and killed this in like bacterial infection or whatever. Or I could have like kidney problems because I like took medication that was prescribed to me. Slash I needed to like survive in college and live, and now it's killed me. What's going on, y'all? Hope everybody is doing amazing because I am feeling amazing, and it's not because I'm hypomanic. So, like, I think there's just like a lot to catch up on because I like really didn't make a video for a month. So like the hypomanic thing I have addressed, but now there's another thing I can add to like the growing list. Is that there is like the doctors don't know like what it is, but like either I have some weird like type of infection, or my like kidneys are deteriorating or like failing. Not failing because then I'd be in the hospital, but kidney disease. Something might be wrong with my kidneys essentially, and I'm pretty sure we need those, or we need that. I don't know how many kidneys do you have? I feel like you have 2 kidneys because I feel like people donate them, and like you can't still live with it if you only have 1 and you donate it. Remember how I had that lymph node removal back in October? And like when I say remember, I mean like you weren't there. But I did make a video on it, so like if you saw it, you go find it. No, I'm just kidding. I'll like link it right here, I guess. So I had my lymph node removal, a lymphadenectomy, I think it's called. And like at first, you know, even then they were like trying to figure out like what it was because they thought it was a hernia. Well, they didn't think it was. The like urgent care thought it was a hernia. Like I don't know. I feel like I just never have a good time there. But like when I went to like go to like the hospital, they were like, no, this doesn't look like a hernia. This is like a lymph node, a swollen lymph node. And I like honestly did like I've heard the word lymph node, but I had no idea what a freaking lymph node was and like why it would all of a sudden swell up. Well, like back then, even the doctor was like, lymph nodes really just don't appear out of the blue. They're typically like the body's response to like, it's like fighting off like it's fighting off an infection, or like you're sick or something's wrong. Long story short, they did like lymphadenectomy. They took the lymph node out. They like did a biopsy, I believe, or like whatever they do when they test things. And they were like, oh, this isn't like cancer. There's like nothing wrong with you. You don't really know why it popped up. But like, don't worry about it. And I like wasn't in any pain. I wasn't like feeling any pain or anything. So I was like, okay. Besides the fact that they cut me open, like there was no pain. But like looking back on it, I definitely feel like if he was like lymph nodes just don't pop out of nowhere, like shouldn't there be more like testing, like follow up? Jump to like, not really jump because like I was experiencing symptoms like shortly after that, essentially like pain and like my lower abdomen is like as far as I'll go into it. But it wasn't happening very frequently, so I was just thinking like, oh, it's probably something I ate, or like, I don't know, maybe it's like running, or like because sometimes my like stomach would hurt from running. And it's not like this. It's not the type of pain where you think like, oh, I have like a stomach ache. It's like it feels like you've been stabbed, essentially. Fast forward to this summer, the pain like started happening more frequently, enough for me to be like, oh yeah, this like happens like every like month. Before like, you know, I barely noticed it, like shrugged it off. And then like in the spring it was like, oh, this is happening more. And then up to a few weeks ago it started happening like weekly, almost like daily. Now it's happening daily. So I'd have like I would just have like this lower stomach pain, and I also have like chills, and like I said I wasn't gonna go into all of this. Anyway, I went to the doctor and they were like, oh, it's like an STD or STI, and I was like, I mean, no. It's not. I've never had one. And I still have, like, it's not that. So, like, I've been tested twice. And it's, like, I've never had one or whatever. Not that there's anything, well, there is something wrong with having one because it's, like, you're sick. Not, like, in the head, but, like, this is giving me anxiety. Anyway, what was I talking about? They did the test for like STDs and STIs, but like I had already done that at the urgent care, so like they did it like again just because like maybe and it came back negative, so they were like, okay, it's probably some type of other like bacterial like infection that you have. It's like not a UTI, it's like none of that or anything, but like you can still have like a bacterial infection that kind of acts this way and that like, you know, kind of stays dormant until like it starts wreaking havoc. And so like I put me on antibiotics, and I've been on antibiotics for 2 weeks too, and like I'm almost out of them. I think I have 2 days left, and like at first I thought I was getting better, like things definitely feel better, but like there's no pattern to it. Like now they're just like less painful, number one, and like they don't like, like 2 days ago they didn't happen for like a day, I feel like, or like maybe 2 days, maybe 2 days. And then all of a sudden it's been happening like now back to back to back. Sometimes it doesn't happen in the morning, sometimes it happens in the afternoon. Like I can't figure out a pattern to like figure out like if it's my behavior is causing, and if it's like bacterial, like why haven't the antibiotics taken care of it? Like I know I haven't finished, and like I've been feeling slightly better, but I feel like I just don't feel like it's working. On top of that, the doctor also found like other stuff from the tests, like just like they did other tests on me, and they like some of it points to like kidney deterioration, and like, you know, kidney problems essentially. And like from my own research, and like I know like you shouldn't research these things on Google, because especially if you have anxiety, or if you're just like anybody, because like it'll freak you out. Google does not have a degree. Not that the doctors seem to know like a whole lot, but like from what I can gather, people typically don't have kidney problems, at least like at my age, and they also like don't have them unless like they might have them for a little while, and then like they don't have them until things start to happen. So like if I do have kidney problems, like it means like shit's going like downhill and things are getting bad. That also might just be me like blowing it out of my like proportion, or like out of my mind, I was gonna say. That just might be me blowing out of proportion. The big thing about all of this is that, you know, I was curious because I was like, why would I have kidney problems? No one in my family has kidney problems. So I do a simple Google search. Again, like I know Google's not everything, but like the first thing I type in is like lithium, and well, I typed in lithium and kidney, but I only typed in like the first few words of kidney, and automatically that came up. So I clicked that, and then just like so much stuff about like the linkage between like lithium and like kidney function failure and like deterioration, all of that, like it's just like is there. So there's definitely a possibility it could have been that. I've also been on Adderall. I've been on Adderall longer. So like the only reason why I feel like it might not be lithium is because I wasn't on lithium for like years. So like I don't know why. I mean, like everyone's body is different, but like I don't think that it would have done that in that short of time, but I don't know because something is wrong. But Adderall stimulants also apparently has a link. I did the same search for that, and I've been on Adderall for years. Not like 20 years or anything, but I've been on and off of it in high school, and then throughout college I've been on it, sometimes at very high dosages, like taking like 50 milligrams a day, and then becoming manic and like abusing it, or you know, whatever, and like not like for fun necessarily. When I say abusing it, I mean like maybe taking a little bit more than I was. I don't know why I'm trying to make it sound better. Anyway, we don't do that anymore. I just feel like maybe that's why. I just like kind of don't know what to say, because it's like, all right, I'm just not used to having like physical health problems. Everything's been up here, and like while that is like been the most difficult thing in my life, there's something you can do about it, I feel like. And while there's times when I like don't know how to fix it, I feel like it's still fixable. Sometimes I don't believe that, but like in the back of my mind I do. I don't know. It's also like I've been dealing with this since I was a kid, so like I know how to like sort of, not like know, because like I'm still not perfect at it, but like, you know what I'm saying, I kind of know like how to work through this. You go to therapy, you take the meds if you need, blah blah blah. Like physical shit, like something wrong with my kidneys, like how like, what am I supposed to do with that? Slash like they don't even know what's wrong with like me. So like I could have an infection that's like, I guess, resistant to antibiotics, or maybe they just haven't fully like kicked in and killed this like bacterial infection or whatever. Or I could have like kidney problems because I like took medication that was prescribed to me, slash I needed to like survive in college and live, and now it's killed me. I'm not going to die. I think that like it would still be like a very early stage, but I think that like, I don't know, we don't know anything. I just like kind of am freaking out, kind of not freaking out. Like I'm living still in the present. Like I honestly don't even think about this that much until like it's hurting, and then I'm just like, oh shit, if I'm dying, this is gonna be like a way to go. And I mean that openly and honestly. Like we're not at the point yet where I'm like, I'm gonna die, and like I'm really thinking about it. But I am kind of like at the point where I'm like, okay, something is wrong, and like I want to know what it is. And if it's my medicine, or there's gonna be problems. Yeah, I'm glad I got that out. Anyway, please tell me like if you have had any like physical problems along with like your mental health problems, and like how did you deal with that? How did you cope with that? And like, I don't know, like as you can see from me talking super fast, like I'm fine, you guys, like I really am. It's just like telling other people this, like I have barely told like anybody in my life this, which is like, I don't know why. That's bad, isn't it? It just shows I have like attachment issues. I've told people generally, but I don't think there's anything to worry about. Like I will wait till I go to the doctor, and then like in a few days, and tell her what's going on, and if she thinks it's worth investigating further, and if the pain doesn't go away, then we have a problem. But right now, we're Gucci. All right, y'all. Remember, like, share, comment, and if you liked the video, and remember to turn on those notifications for new videos, because I am now uploading consistently, sort of ish, or at least trying to. All right, peace.